Hi friends, SuNN here. Welcome to another Fun Fold Friday video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I am featuring the stamp set called Humble Home, and you'll realize the reason why I'm using this stamp set is because I'm using a really fun designer series paper called Storybook Moments. So I'm going to start off here, and this is a unique sized card base. This is 11 inches by 5.5. So I am going to score at 3 3/8 and 7 5/8. So I call this sort of like a double front fold card. It's not a gate fold, but it's similar. It's an overlapping gate fold. How's that? So I'm just going to really crease where the folds are, and then just with a pencil, I'm going to go in 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom on either side. So you guys, you know that I have a PDF that's available. There's a link in the description box below, and you're going to be able to grab that PDF so that you can print it out. So just for the video here, I am marking along where the score lines are. So I'm going to put in my trimmer here. I'm going to go from that score line to the inch mark that I made, and I'm going to slice it. So I just want everybody to know that oftentimes this card with the designer series paper sometimes don't match up, and I'm going to show you how mine didn't match up and how I adjusted it. So I do this on both sides. I go from the score line to the front of the where I made the mark, and then this way as well. So I should end up with like 4 little triangles that I will let that go and recycle the paper. So here is my designer series paper, and it is 2 pieces, size 3 1/8 by 5 1/8. So, and I am again marking at the on one side only, and you have to think about this being directional, 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. And because it is 5/8, I had to just jig that down so that I could use my mat and get an accurate marking. So I'm going to go from the corner to my marking and basically and slice it off. And so I'm only going to make 2 cuts on this one and 2 cuts on the other one, and they should match up to the cuts that I made on the card base. And I'm going to adhere them down, try to get them as center as possible, but you will see how off the measurements are, and it's okay. I'm giving you permission. You know what? This is a handmade card, and sometimes things are not, it's just, different. So you're never going to get, I mean, if you do get a really good measurement and it works out for you, great. I did not get that way this time. So I am putting adhesive on my designer series paper. And again, that is Storybook Moments, specialty to designer series paper. And there's little homes, like little cottages on this. And that's the reason why I decided to go with that stamp set, because I thought this would be a great card to give to somebody who bought their own home, or, like is moving house. So you can see how my border is a little bit off, and that is okay. So I'm adhering my paper down, trying to get it as center as I can. And then I'm bringing in my trimmer again, and I'm going to follow the line of my designer series paper, and I'm going to cut off a little bit of my cardstock. And by the way, that is Pool Party cardstock that I'm using. And I'm just showing you, see, like I make a lot of errors too. And I don't think this is an error. This is, well, maybe it's the user for sure. You're cutting 4 different angles, and angles are hard. So yeah, give yourself some grace, treat yourself well, and then just go in afterwards and trim them up, and no one's the wiser. Everyone's going to think, oh, wow, you're perfect. And, you know, it's true because you cleared that up. All right, so here is another piece of pattern paper, and that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I do have a little bit of a piece of basic white in there that is 3 inches by 4 1/4. And I'm going to put that directly on the inside of the card. So, and you can see I did some fussy cutting. Well, first of all, I noticed how crooked my inside panel was, so I had to fix that. But then I fussy cut some of the little cottages out just to sort of flank the top and the bottom with, you know, some of my, you know, just, it's very cute. And it's also taking up, you know, the space so that you don't have to write a large sentiment. So this is the Nested Essential Dies, this rectangle, stitch rectangle. Love it. This is Calypso Coral. I got the color from the pattern paper, and then this is Pecan Pie, so it says welcome home, and I thought this would be an absolutely perfect card for, yeah, that person who is, you know, bought a new house or moved house. And again, here is another fussy cut little home. So I'm using a belly band. So my belly band is 9.5 inches long and about 1 inch tall, and starting from the back and wrapping it around the front, not too tight, but even. So I'm sort of lining it up on my grid mat. That's why I absolutely love my grid mat. Of course, you probably have the glass mat at home. I can't film with the glass mat, so I use it for my personal crafting, but I have to use this black mat so we don't get reflection. I'm putting a little bit of adhesive and then some dimensional adhesive, and then this is the card. So you can see all the supplies I used today listed below in the video See More section on YouTube or in the supply section of my blog post. And those fast links are going to take you to my Canadian online store, where I'd love the chance to meet you and earn your business. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, for all the comments you leave, for the thumbs up and all the YouTubey things. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. It really helps my small channel grow. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.